Hey gang, so here's a challenge that I've been working on and off for a few weeks now, but that my good friend Teddy Petrosky up in New York kind of pushed me to finally finding the answer for. And that is performing turns with one-handed 1.5s. That is, going from this reverse side, which I know pretty damn well, switching over to the front side, which is still a little sketchy, but I'm getting it more often than not now. And then, of course, also you have the challenge of going back to the reverse side. Oh, dear. Putting this together, actually, the way I got this was to practice doing it two-handed actually, for quite a long time and trying to figure out beat by beat what was going on, especially because as you're performing it with two hands, that turn, you realize that you have some potential there for cheating just a little bit. You can put your hands in relationship to each other in a way that you can't if it's just a single hand. Like, for example, there's only so far that I can twist one hand in order to get the two ends, that is the thumb end and the pinky end, into the proper positions. So ultimately, this had to come about from tweaking my hands as little as possible as I was turning with these 1.5s. And that is what I wound up finding was the key to it. Let me break this down for you. So on the reverse side here, what I'm doing is I'm always taking the underside hand. So it's the left hand when I'm going from left to right, and it's the right hand when I'm going from right to left, like so. That's reaching under, just like it is when I'm doing it single-handedly. Thumb end, pinky end, whoop, thumb end, pinky end, thumb end, pinky end. Now when I make the turn, what I want to look for here is I'm going to do right hand under, and then I'm going to really rapidly shift the arrangement of my hands around. So now it is my left hand under going forwards, right hand over, left hand over, right hand over, left hand over, right? And when I try and do this in the one-handed kind of capacity, what winds up happening is that thumb end winds up kind of reaching underneath my armpit to do an extra rotation. And as it does so, I'm dragging my hand back all the way to my left-hand side as fast as I can to get my pinky end up and over to complete the 1.5, right? So it winds up looking like this. Go up and over, under, oh, shoot, and get it across. And of course, there are a million places where you can get the two in each other's way. Let's see if I can get it right this time on camera. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. There we go. Right. So now that I'm on the front side, I've got my pinky end going from left to right, and I've got my thumb end going from right to left. That is thumb end, pinky end, thumb end, pinky end. And I'm counting the one that's going over in the static spin at that point. Now the good news is that going back the other way is vastly easier. As I turn to my left here, I do pinky over, and as it comes over my arm, it's going to reach in such a way that my thumb end is actually going to be underneath it automatically. It's going to be further away from my body. All I have to do at that point is pull back on the thumb end, and I'm already back to the place where I started when I began this whole drill, right? So again, this winds up being I do pinky end, thumb end, ooh, pinky end, thumb end, pinky end, thumb end, and then go pinky, thumb, and I'm back to where I started, right? Now this is definitely one of those moves that's going to benefit from seeing it in a point of view perspective, so let's go ahead and switch to that right now.
Okay, so let's switch to the POV. As per usual, the orange poi is going to be the thumb end, and the pinky end is going to be the white. Now as you can see, when I'm performing the reverse 1.5 like this, I'm always looking for the end that is going to be underneath. That is, in this case, it is the thumb end to be my static spin hand, right? Now as we begin to initiate the turn, I perform the first static spin like normal, and then I bring a second static spin under that poi. This means I need to push it to the corner and then drag it to the other corner. When I do this properly, there should be enough clearance for my pinky end to make it around. Once that happens, I can switch fully on into the forwards 1.5, where I'm always looking for the end that is above, that is in this case the orange end, to be my static spin. Again, when I'm about to turn, I do the initial static spin just like normal, and as that poi comes around, my thumb end should wind up underneath it, so I can just pull back on it and enter into the reverse 1.5 as per normal.
Cool. So I hope you guys got a lot out of that. Needless to say, there is also the question of how do you do a waist wrap with these kind of turns. And that is something, unfortunately, that I do not have just yet, but that I'll work on in the coming weeks, and hopefully I'll have a tech blog out there for you guys on it in the not too distant future, yeah? So, thank you all for tuning in, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.
Hi, thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Doing so will help other people find my content, and it lets me know that I'm creating videos that are worth seeing. Also, check out my website at drexfactor.com. There, you can purchase sets of poi like the ones I use in my videos, and get access to a great range of written inspirational content, plus which you can subscribe to my videos there in the form of a podcast. Finally, if you go to flowtoys.com, you can enter in my special promo code and get a small discount on your order. Doing these things helps support me in my flow journey, and it means that I can make more videos for you guys. So, thank you in advance for your support.